What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again from server 1 representing guys. Guys, Bandai keeps throwing baits. Like, I can't get over this. I'm going to start this off by saying this is now the third really good banner right before Minato, and Bandai just wants all of our damn money. Now, for those people who did not pull Deidara and Sasori during the event, this is your chance to get them. But the question is, do you pull? Here's the problem. These two characters are some of the best AoE characters in the game, not only for their buffs that they provide themselves, for aka Deidara, only for the damage they do, both of them, but also the debuffs that they bring and the buffs that they bring in terms of Sasori. So the problem and the dilemma here is this is probably going to be one of the best EF banners in a very long time with the two of the best characters, and we'll go through both characters and explain why they're so good. You can see them on the tier list as well, but we all know Minato is coming, most likely right after Obito's banner, and the thing is, this banner ends right before Minato comes out, right? So the question again is, do you pull? Here's the thing. Let's go through both of these characters. First, I'm going to explain how this works, right? So anybody who's brand new, extra fragment summons, essentially what it does is it eliminates every UR from the summoning pool, right? And it only allows you to pull the two that's featured. So in this case, it's the Immortal Body Sasori and the True Artist Deidara, the Sublime. Everybody knows him as Sublime. At the 4-star level at 1%, which is almost actually more than double. And then you have the 3 stars at way higher than it normally is. And then you got, of course, all the rest of the Shinobi that are in there that are SRs. Okay, so here's the thing. Both units are incredible. Like, I mean incredible. So let's go through both of them here. I use them both on my main team so I can tell you what makes them so unique. First off, Sasori is a D unit. He's one of the hardest hitting D units in the game. He's an AoE as well, and he has a perfect synergy and pair with the new Naruto Rin. So it's really hard not to go for him. Link bonuses. You do need Sublime and Toby in order to get the attack link bonus. That's the big one for him, right? Obviously Pain and Conan are big too, and this is big too, but I mean, attack for this guy is huge, even though he's a D unit. Now let's actually go through his stats and everything that he offers, right? Actually, let's go back to stats here. Stats is a 6-star. I mean, crit damage isn't the highest. Crit rate is pretty good. Crit suppression rate is really good. He's got a really good guard rate, of course, being a D unit. He's got a great damage reduction rate. Sorry, guard damage reduction rate and also damage reduction rate. So everything here that he offers you is really good. And overall, his kit is incredible. So let's go through the kit. The secret red move, performance of 100 puppets. This is an AoE with power creep numbers. It lowers damage increase rate by 13.88% for all enemies inflicted with a status effect. So that is the perfect part with Rin. So because he does confuse, he does a status effect. You instantly do this to all the opponents that were hit. And at the same time lowers damage reduction rate by 12.94% for all enemies inflicted with a status effect, again with Rin. And then also causes 60% chance to poison and lowers all enemies attack by 16.88. I mean, this is like an insane amount of debuffs plus damage that he does. So it's really hard not to pull for him. His S2 is not the greatest. It just poisons, of course, for 10 turns. Poison isn't the worst thing. It does stack, so keep that in mind. And then, of course, he's got the attack and HP boost. And then his puppet body is actually really good. So what he does is he boosts all active allies damage reduction rate by 25.76%, and then boosts all active allies status effect rate by 3.44%. So that's anything like a poison, a stun, etc., a burn. He increases that. He also, though, boosts all active ally status effect suppression rate, which means you have the ability to avoid stunning and being paralyzed and being poisoned, etc., by 3.44% for all active users. And then with his LB2, he lowers all damage reduction rate by 5.94% for the rest of the battle, meaning your units will hit that much harder. Again, really hard not to pull for him, guys. So this is how I'm gonna pretty much base this. If you don't care about Minato and you just want and you love Sasori and you're a simp and you don't have him, in my opinion, pull for him. You can't go wrong with Sasori. He's just too good of a unit to pass up. If you are like on the fence about Minato and you don't know how good he's going to be and you're scared to lose these guys, honestly, it doesn't hurt to do a multi or two if you have enough Shino coins to still pull Minato. But if you don't care about Minato, go for these two. They're worth it. But if you do care about Minato, guys, I mean, you guys see my videos once in a while in terms of pulling. You guys know you can get shafted with a lot of Shino coins. So this is going to be up to you, but you are going to be missing out two of the top AoE/damage characters in the game. Now, we covered Sasori. Let's actually go to Deidara. Now Deidara is even crazier in my opinion, especially for damage, right? So if we go to enhancement and gears for him, let's go look at his skills, okay? So C4. C4 boosts his own critical rate by 44.7%, okay? So if we go back here for a second, look at his stats, he's already at 46%. He boosts himself at 44%. He's almost at 100% crit alone, just from doing that. His crit damage increase rate is 47.92%. Stupid high. Just crazy high, right? His damage reduction rate is 37.42. He does, of course, rely on Sasori. So these two are the worst together because they need one another for the top buff, which is the attack buff. He also needs Hadan and Kakazu for defense, and he'll need Orochimaru and Kabuto. But that whole, he needs Sasori and Sasori needs him is tough. It's really tough to pass up on, okay? So here's the thing. C4, let's look at it again. So boosts his own critical rate by 44.7%, does AoE crit damage, deals 32.82% when he does a 3-chain attack, which is insane, guys. That's pretty much Boruto's skill. So increasing that percentage there, you're almost at 200%. Boosts his own critical damage increase rate by 28.7% if the target is defeated, lasts for the rest of the battle, which means that stacks first off, and if he kills any opponent 1, 2, or 3, he'll just get that buff, right? And it'll continue to stack every time he does the kills. So insane, guys. Insane damage. Don't mock me, this is the same as his predecessor. Sorry, not the same as predecessor. He boosts his own critical damage increase rate by 12.82% for the rest of the battle, which means that'll stack as well. So critical damage increase rate is kind of his thing. Crit is pretty much his thing. He is the ultimate crit machine in terms of the AoE. Attack boost L, of course, and then flash of sublimation. Boosts his own crit by 12.82% at the start of the battle after an ally has been defeated. Again, that'll stack as long as allies keep dying. Boost own critical damage increase rate by 16.26%. So again, once an ally dies, he just keeps doing more crits, and it's really crazy how much damage he can do. And he lowers all enemies' critical suppression rate by 5.94% for the rest of the battle, meaning they will take crits more often. So again, guys, insane units. Really hard to pass up. If you guys don't have them, and if you don't care about Minato, pull for these two. You won't go wrong with having them on your team, and get them up when you get them. The thing is, with the extra fragment banner, you do get extra fragments, which means you can get a 4-star a lot more likely, but it's still a very low percentage. At least with Minato, though, I will say this: you do get yourself the FG most likely that's going to happen, so you will be able to collect his fragments and get him to 4 or 5-star. If you're a higher level, you can get him to 5 and 6. But again, really hard units. So guys, here's my conclusion on this. Two of the best units in the game at the moment. You cannot go wrong with them. The only other one I'd say is better than these two is probably Teaisnt. Yeah, you guys can look at the tier list. They're SSS across the board, except for, I think, for FG, Sasori is not SSS. I think he's just SS because D units don't thrive in that environment. But Sublime he's triple S across the board. So it's really hard to say not to summon for this, but we know what's coming. We've had so many baits now. If you've been holding off, guys, and you've been saving for Minato, still continue saving. If you don't care about Minato, guys, and you're simps for these two characters, pull for them. You can't go wrong. If you're on the fence between both, do 2 multis, I'd say. Stop there if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, continue saving, guys. These guys will return eventually, and that's pretty much my conclusion. Damn, it's hard. Bandai, you're making this really tough on us. Alright, guys, this is Payne. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Good luck if you're pulling for these two. I wish you guys get them the moment you pull them, and you don't have to waste a lot of Yoshino coins. You can save for Minato. For those that aren't going to be pulling and are disappointed, I apologize. Bandai's not doing us any solids today. They're pretty much making this really hard on us, to be honest with you. But rest assured, they will pop up again in extra fragment, and you will be able to pull them again. So don't fret. Alright, guys, again, have a wonderful night, and good luck to everybody.